Hi, I'm Eve with Nottingham City Literature, and this is the author of Furthermoor. Would you like to introduce yourself?
So I'm Darren Simpson. I'm a Nottingham-based author, and so far I've written Scavengers, The Memory Thieves, and most recently Furthermoor, which I'm chuffed to bits is a Big City Reads this year.
So we're in Sneinton right now, getting a bit lost. What does this have to do with the book, and how did it inspire it?
So Sneinton ties in with the book in the sense that this book has got two settings. One of them is kind of an imaginary world that the character Bren has built, a safe space, a sanctuary in his mind, I guess. But the other setting is the real world, an estate called Williamsborough. And when I wrote the book and developed the estate Williamsborough, I drew upon Sneinton. So there's a dale that runs through the place, and that's based on Sneinton Dale just here. And I mean, to be honest, I cheated. I just did a Google Maps, and I took a map of this area, and I changed the names of the streets so they're named after authors. And yeah, it just saved me building a kind of town. I just got to do something that exists already that has connections to me personally as well.
Are your personal connections to Nottingham? Has it impacted the themes of the book or anything?
Personal connections with Nottingham. So I've lived here, I wasn't born and bred here, but I've been here for about 20 years now, I guess. And I never lived in Sneinton, but I used to come here quite a lot in my younger years. I used to play in bands and stuff, and a lot of them lived around here. I used to visit. We had a band room, and there's a warehouse down that way, a bit close to town. I met my wife a bit further on down the Dale. So yeah, there's lots of personal memories here, and so I guess it was quite nice to draw upon that, really. And I guess it's a familiar. I find that when you're building worlds for stories, it's not just about the mapping out; it's about the atmosphere as well. So I guess when you've sort of known an area quite well, you can sort of draw on that to capture that atmosphere.
What about the characters in the book or the themes in the book? Is any of that inspired by your personal experiences, either in Nottingham or in your general life?
So personal experiences. So I guess this book is quite largely about. It explores bullying and grief. And overcoming them as well, which I think is really important. But I'm very lucky to say that I haven't really experienced kind of like proper deep grief so far. My parents are quite young and stuff. And in terms of bullying, I sort of had a bit of things here and there at school, like a lot of people did, but never sort of anything that was sustained. So for me, I sort of drew upon real life stories from other people. So I did a lot of research on bullying, on why people get bullied, why people bully. I think that's really important as well, to look at the connection between the two. And so it was a lot of research and just reading real life stories and empathising and imagining, which I think is important as a writer. So yeah, look, I didn't draw too much from personal experience, apart from the main thing was also using Sneinton as a place and capturing that vibe.
In terms of the imaginary world, Furthermore, what's the significance of that?
So yeah, Bren obviously lives in a real place called Williamsborough, which is a little bit like what we see around us now. But to cope with the fact that his sister died on the Dale about a year ago, and the fact he's being bullied at school, he has built a imagined sanctuary, a imaginary place where he daydreams, and to send himself there, called Furthermoor, which is like a clockwork mechanical forest, which is sort of shown on the top half of the book. And that place it's based on real people called maladaptive daydreamers who are addicted to daydreams. And they know it's imaginary, but they build imaginary worlds. This is a real condition. And this is what Bren's doing. It's a place to escape. And that's what this book explores, as well as the heavy themes. It explores the importance of imagination as a safe space, as a place to recover from reality a little bit. And obviously it's not a good idea to run away from reality, but I think the breathing space that Furthermore represents it's escapism, isn't it, basically? That's what this world escapes. It's a place for Bren to get away from the hard things. And it's about control as well. We can't always control reality, but when Bren's in Furthermore, he's got a watch there, which he can use to control the mechanical animals, to control even the light, the layout of the trees, the lakes. So it's basically a place where he has complete control. He can't be bullied there. And his sister's there as well, so he doesn't have to grieve there anymore. So basically it represents a lot of things, a safe space where you can recover a little bit from reality.
Do you think this book will provide a safe space for other people to deal with those topics, and to read about those topics and think about them in a way that they might not have before?
I really hope so. I mean, I've had some people, in terms of the book addressing bullying and grief, those sort of things, I have had people get in touch saying that they've been grieving, or they know someone who's grieving who has been helped by reading the book, which is amazing. So I hope the book does provide a sort of comfort in that sense. But I think that also applies to every book. You know, we've talked a little bit about Bren escaping into an imaginary world he's built, but every time anyone picks up a book and starts reading, they're escaping too to a world that someone else has imagined, and they can join in that world when they're reading the book. And that's been proven. It's been proven that reading does improve your mood. It's good for your mental health. It's good for encouraging empathy, and I think that's why it's really important people pick up books, because it provides that. It provides this sort of safe space, this escape, which I think can help you cope in reality.